Verse 51, therefore David ran and stood over the Philistine, took his sword and drew it out of his sheath and killed him and cut off his head with it. David had no sword, and yet he prevailed over the Philistine. However, to ensure the victory was complete and that the wound didn't only appear to be terminal, David then drew out the sword of the Philistine and killed him with it. It then says, and cut off his head. Whether they are two actions or one, the giant's life was ended with his own sword, and his head was removed with it as well. The events are minutely recorded to provide specific details of other events coming in redemptive history, which these now anticipate. This is the last time that the sword is mentioned in this passage, but this same sword will be brought back into the narrative later in 1 Samuel. Here's what it says in 1 Samuel 21. So the priest said, the sword of Goliath the Philistine, whom you killed in the valley of Elah, there it is, wrapped in a cloth behind the ephod. If you will take that, take it, for there is none other except that one here. And David said, there is none like it. Give it to me. It is a marvelous passage which plays on the name of Goliath, the exposer, and on his sword, which was covered in a cloth. Goliath thought to expose with his sword, but his sword lay covered behind the ephod. Verse 51 continues, and when the Philistines saw that their champion was dead, they fled. Here the word translated as champion is completely different than the previous two uses. The word is gibor. It signifies strong or mighty. Thus, it could be translated as their strong man. Though Goliath had made an agreement that the Philistines would become the slaves of Israel if he was defeated, the people were so shocked to see him dead that they simply turned heel and fled. In seeing this, the entire mood of the battle lines changed and Israel went on the offensive.